This conference will now be recorded.
All right, sorry. So CRM is basically a customer relationship management tool. It's basically like, let's say you are doing a business and you want to track your business, like you want to know like how your sales are doing. So let's say you sell a product and you want to know like in previous month how much you have sold, how many products you have sold. So how will you know? Like before you used to before the traditional method was like you used to track the sales in Excel, right? Or you will be using some other uh, books, notes, something like that. But now we have a tool, CRM tool, where you can write your products, install your products, and you can track that products like, yeah, last month we have sold like 100 products. Now in this month you can check like, yeah, we are selling good. We are selling like 1,500 products, 2,000 products. That you can track in there. So basically understand this CRM. CRM is like, let's say you have a business, and in that business you want to sell a product, let's say a pen, you want to sell a pen. So now you will hire a salesperson to sell that pen, right? So now you want to know like your salesperson is how much they are selling. So they will be using this application. They will be entering like, today I sold 10 pens. One salesperson will say, yeah, I sold 10 pens. Second salesperson will say 20 pens he sold. So that thing you can that thing you can track in there, in this application. So it is just like centralizing your application, centralizing your business to get the metrics of your business, to get to know like how your salesperson are doing, how your business is doing, how your sales are doing. Okay, so moving ahead, there is one more application. It's a gaming application. It's like a betting application. Let's take an example of a broke person. If there is a one guy who is a broke, he don't have money in his pocket. He has some pennies in his pocket, and he want to make good money with that uh, pennies. So what he'll do, he can come to this betting application. He can bet on sports, any events, any like roulette, any games like that. He can bet in there, and if he's having a luck, so he can make the money through betting application. So for that reason, we created a betting application. After that, I have worked on e-commerce. There we are selling a product. Let's say, uh, I'll give you this for e-commerce. We'll understand with an example. Let's say you have 7 digits of liquid in your account. Now you want to sell mobile phones. So what you will do is like, in traditional method, what you'll do is like, you'll open a store, right? You'll inventory in there. You'll stock some mobiles there. You'll you'll uh, have some different brands in your different brands of mobile you will be having, and now you want to sell it, right? So you will open a store and you will display the phones and you'll sell that phones, right? But what happens is like, you want to expand your business. So what you will do, you'll do marketing, right? So you'll do marketing, but your store is in one street, right? So the customers, those who are passing that streets, are only coming to you, right? But you want to sell mobile phones to your county or to your city. So what you will do, other way is like, you have to open multiple stores. That will cost you more, right? So for that reason, we have a e-commerce applications, where what you can do is like, you can create one app. There you put your all the inventories, whatever the stocks, mobiles you have of different brands, and do marketing. So people can people don't have to visit to your uh, stores, or they can just directly go to your application and order phones, and by ordering phones, they can receive their phones, right? So this is like the domains. When you write your resume, when you prepare for your resume, So you have to know about the domain's knowledge, right? So you will be mentioning some project, right? So in that project you have to mention like which domain you are specializing, so which domain you have worked on or what projects you have worked on. So for that reason you need a domain knowledge, and this is very important, like when you go for an interview. So in that time, they'll ask you this question. This will be your first question, like introduction. They'll ask you, introduce yourself, your experience. If you're fresher, no problem. What projects, what sort of projects you have done. They'll ask you this question. So you have to understand the domains, and you have to take some knowledge of that domains. We'll later discuss more about the e-commerce. So we'll automate that application, e-commerce application as well. So before that, I wanted to give you brief about the domains first. Like you will be understanding what is the business, what are the businesses out there, and where the testers and developers and business people are working. All right. So in this course, what you guys are going to learn is like in this let's say upcoming 3 sessions will be your introduction part of the manual and automation testing. All right, you'll understand some I'll teach you some definitions, and you'll understand some basic concepts. We'll clear our concepts here because it is very important. Manual and automation concepts are very important. Then you will understand, like, yeah, the moving to the automation, how we can automate things, right? So after that, you will learn Python. I'll take the 10 sessions of Python where you will learn basics of Python and little bit advanced level of Python, that is OOPS concept. Yeah. So that you will learn. It will take around like 10 sessions for Python to go. You will be able to automate any application. All right. So after that, we'll learn Selenium, which is a framework. It's called a library, if you say. So that will be also the 10 sessions. You will be engaging with Selenium, and after that we'll create some framework. All right. So let's say what is framework. I'll explain you later in detail, but as of now, with an example, I'll tell you like what it is. So let's say Python is like your alphabets. So before you want to make any sentence, right? So you need to have a knowledge of alphabets, right? So then only you can make sentence. So for that reason, you will be learning Python, and after that, you need to now you want to give some meaningful sentence. You want to write some meaningful sentence, right? So for that reason, you will be using Selenium libraries. So from there, you will be using Selenium libraries, and then you can construct a framework which will help you to automate your application. All right. So after that, we will be having live projects in automation completely. We'll discuss that e-commerce, how to automate the e-commerce application. So that will take like 5 sessions again. Like you will be learning the full end-to-end project in there, like from start to end, and you'll also learning like how in company standards, what standards they follow. You'll learn that also. Apart from that, like when you are when you have a knowledge of Python, when you have a knowledge of Selenium, and when you know how to construct a framework, then we will be learning CI/CD pipelines and Git and GitHub. So Git and GitHub is nothing but a repository where you can maintain your codes. Okay, so you can reuse it. We'll discuss this about later. And CI/CD pipelines are like continuous integration and continuous deployment. That is a this one is a big module which we learn later, like in brief. And after that, we'll have 2 3 sessions for interview questions. So where when once you complete this course, so you will be able to crack the interview, and I'll make sure you guys, like, if after completing this course, your knowledge will be equal to 3+ years of experience in automation. It is a guarantee of mm, from my side. Like I have been working from last 8 years, and I have given training to my colleagues, my teammates, and they are doing well now. they got a new placement, they got a new placements, and they are doing well in their career. So let's move on to our first introduction about the software testing. So software testing, what is software testing? So before software testing, I'm assuming like uh, in this session, I guess some are here are freshers, some are non-IT backgrounds. Those who are in IT backgrounds, it is the software is, this is just a basic for them. But those who don't know about the IT, they are not into IT. They are new. They are beginners. So for that reason, I'll be discussing this in first. So what is software? So software is nothing but a set of programs. So let's say, what is set of programs? What do you see? What do you uh, whatever you use into the machine or into your laptop, into your phone, or into your iPads. So whatever you use the application, that is called a software. So in it is like a, you you say application, you say software. It's the same thing. You don't have to confuse yourself, like application. Some say application, some say software. This is nothing but same. All right, so let's take an example. Like if you have a calendar, right? So calendar is an software. All right. So but how that calendar is a software? What is this? Why we call it software? That we have to understand it, right? So let's say let's take an example of calendar. Let's calendar. See, this is your calendar, right? So now you see, what is the use of calendar? This is a software. What is the use of calendar? You just want to know like what day it is, what date it is. For that reason, you use calendar, right? So in this case, let's say, like in this calendar, I want, what set of programs are there? Understand this, right? Why we call it software? So let's say soft software. This is question. So calendar is a software, but some program has been done so that this software was developed. Okay, so let's say, don't we are not going to deep dive into this programming, like, but just take an example. This is, I'm giving this value 1, value 1. All right, so let's say this is value 1, this is value 2. Now let's take this as, all right, so 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the values, are dates. So let's say, when you are developing any software, so you write some code to develop the software. So let's say, hypothetically, this is your code. This is the code you have wrote somewhere. Okay, so in that, you will be only seeing, the user will be only seeing the value only, that one is here. Yeah, this is one is here. Okay, now if there is, this is value 2, you will be seeing that this is value 2. You will be seeing only the date 2. Here some code is written. Just hypothetically, you have to understand that this is a program written in some language. I have just wrote in a simple English, but that will be some code. So value 1 is 1 here, value 2 is 2, date 2 here, value 3 is date 3 here, value 4 is date 4 here, value 5 is date 5 here. Okay, some code has been written so that you can see only the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the calendar. All right, so this is called a program, set of program, so that you can see this application. So that you can see this software calendar. Nothing major here. You don't have to go into deep dive in this. Just understand the basics. Like to develop any software, you just uh, write some programs, and then that will develop any software. Okay. Now going to software testing. Okay. Before that, like what types of software out there? Like there is a system software, there is a application software, there is a programming software. So what is system software? System software. What is that? System software is nothing but operating system. You guys are using that. I am using Windows. You might be using Windows. Some might be using Mac. Some might be using iOS. All right. Some might be using Android also. So this is nothing but a system software, which is inbuilt in your device. That is operating system. So that is a system software. Then second thing is like programming software. So what are the programming software? Programming software are the interpreters and compilers. What are these? Interpreters and compilers. To make this software, you write some code, right? You write some program. So to write some program, you use this programming software, that is interpreter and compiler. So you will be writing somewhere, right? That to develop any software, you will be writing some code, and that so to write that code, you need something, some platform, right? So that platform is nothing but an interpreter or compiler. Now the third thing is application software. What is application software? Gmail, you have already used all the software, whatever you use. WhatsApp, Facebook, and so on. So whatever you see in your devices, so you whatever you install from your Google Store, or App Store, or maybe from the web. So that is called an application software. So basically, what we are going to do is like we're going to focus on application software. All right. So you will be automating the application software, and you'll learn later like how to test this kind of applications. All right. So for now, this is very basic, and it is very important for the beginners to understand, right? Like what is software and how many types are out there for the software. So what is software testing? Software testing is nothing but you are testing any application just to check that that application is usable or not. So for that reason, we do software testing. So let's say like if you uh, for an example, like if you there is a builder, all right, you want to construct a house, and now you don't have a knowledge of construction and all, but you have money and you want to build a house, you want to construct a house, you will hire a builder, right? But how would you know that builder will do a better job, his job well, his job right? So for that reason, you will hire some quality guys, quality analyst. So we'll be checking that like, yeah, this builder is working during the uh, build construction. So that quality analyst will come and visit to your site and check like, yeah, your builder is working right, or they will be finding some issues there like, yeah, no, the builder is not working accordingly. He is doing something wrong there. So that you can go directly to the builder and ask them like, no, this is not correct. So they can correct it later. Yeah. So just like this in software development, what happens is like there you hire some developers. They hire some developers. They develop the application. But who will ensure that whatever the application they have developed is working fine? For that reason, software testers uh, comes. and then software testers work on that application. They test it, they check the quality of that application, like how it is working, is it user friendly, is it usable, like that. So moving ahead, so now you have understood like what is software testing and what is software, right? Now what is SDLC? This is basic. You need to know first before learning an automation. Why it is necessary is because, like, if you're a beginner, if you don't have any knowledge of software development, so you need to know first, then only you will be understanding your responsibility and your role as a software tester, what you will do. All right, so SDLC is nothing but a software development life cycle. So what is software development life cycle is? So let's say there is a business person who has a his pocket. All right. So now he has an idea. He wants to develop. Let's take an example of that mobile store guy. He wants to develop an application because he is already having that store, but now he wants to sell his phones into his county or to any city. He want to reach more people. He want to sell it into a large scale. So for that reason, he reached out to some software company who develops the software. So he asked, like, he told the requirements, like, I want to sell my phones. So please help me to build the application so he can able to sell the phones to in a, like, in his city or in his county or in his country. So for that, so he reached out to the software company. All right. Then after that, what happens is, yeah, sorry. So after that, like, he reached out to the software company. He told his requirement. He wants to build a software where he can sell the phones, right? So now, what the software company will do here? What's their job is, like, they'll tell, like, yeah, tell us the requirements. What are your requirements? First, they'll ask the client, as a software company, they'll ask the client, like, what requirements, what do you want in your application? So they'll say, like, I want mobiles, I want mobiles, I want chargers, or let's say accessories. He wants to sell the mobiles and accessories. That's the requirement. Okay. So now they'll ask, okay, this is the product they want. He wants to sell mobiles and accessories. Now they will ask, like, how you want the application, how it should look, what features you want in the application. So as a person, like, as a business person, I'll say, as a client, I'll say, like, I want, like, all my mobiles, whatever I have in my stock or in my inventory, that should be shown in the application. And if the user visits to my application, so he should able to select the phone, and he should able to buy that phone, he should able to purchase that phone, right? So this is the requirement. He says, like, I want mobiles needs to display display into the app, and users should able to users should able to buy. All right, this is the requirement from the client. Now this is the idea for developing the application. So he gives the idea, like, we are making an e-commerce application where mobiles we are going to sell and user should be able to buy this mobiles. All right. Now after that they'll ask you like how what kind of design you want. They will ask you how it should look, how it should look. So it is very subjective. Some may ask for the theme like pink color, some may ask for blue color, some may ask like no, I want this features, I want that features, I want like I'll show you in a diagram like I'll show you an application how, let's say, like this. He is asking, the client is asking to company like I want application, my application should look like this. All right. So there you can see the phones and laptops. So but he's asking for mobiles. I want mobiles. I want to sell mobile, and I want to see that they should be in a card view. So and there should be written some details that the details of the mobile and the price of that mobile. So and I want that add to cart button should be there, or the favorite button should be there, so that later on they can add this mobile for favorite, and they can add to cart that mobile. All right. So and after adding a cart, what they'll do, they'll go to cart. You see, they'll go to card, and then after that they can make a payment, they can check out, and they can buy. All right. This is the idea client will give to the software company, software development company. Now what next? Design part, it is subjective. As I said, it is related to what? Rela- Related to client, how he wants, how they want. All right. After that, what you will do is like you will start developing, right? Developing the application. Then first is requirement. You took all the requirements, whatever the requirements is needed to build the application. After that, you decide the design, like how it should look. We decided design like we want design like the tutorials ninja. We want the application like that. And after that, you will start developing the application. So your developers may be using some backend. Their developers may be front end, both front end and back end start working on developing the application. Front end will do some create some this page like this. Whatever you see in this application here, these are front ends. All right. So this is front end. So front end developers will do the front end part, front end job, and the back end developers what they will do is like they'll create some database. So what is database? Database like, let's say this is your phone, and in that phone, and you have some inventory. You have, let's say, this iPhone you have 10 in stock. So now you in backend you can say like, yeah, I have 10, and you can save there like 10 is 10 as a stock, 10 iPhone as in stock. Now let's say if the 10 guys comes to your application and uh, buy the iPhones, 10 iPhones. So you will be seeing that out of stock. So I am I assume like you guys have explored the e-commerce application. So there you see there might you might have encountered that out of stock things, right? So that is the reason like their inventory is empty. For that reason, that shows as out of stock, right? So that backend team, what they do is like they integrate your application with front end application. Okay. So development happens in with with front end and back end. So front end guys will design this application, and back end guides which will integrate this design with the database. All right. So this is called the developing part. Now testing part comes here. After this development, the testing part comes. So what is testing? Let's say this application is developed. Let's take an example of this login page. Uh, I'll I'll say yeah, the login page. Here is the login page we have created. Okay, so user is wants to buy an phone, so he has to log in first into the application so he can buy phone. He can buy our phone. So what they will do is like they will create an account here. If they have an account, so they will use their login credential here. They use password and they do login, right? So developer has done this job. Okay, so front end has created this UI and the back end has integrated with the database. Now what testers will do? What testers will do is like they will test this login functionality is working or not. Let's say if I enter any email, okay, any email, and I enter any password here. So if I'm trying to log in, so it is showing you an error, right? So no match for email address or no password. So that error message is coming. That means, yeah, that email address is not uh, present into the database, or maybe the password is not present into the database, or the password is not matching what the database has. So that thing you will be testing. All right, so that you have to test, like that the whatever the information present in the database, if we are passing that information here correctly, then only you will be able to log in successfully and you will land on the page like this. Like this is the case. See, as a tester you have to test this application and explore each and every features of the application, how it is tested, how it is working, how the functionalities is there, how is it breaking or not, what is the quality, button size is correct, or that search field is correct. Like that you will be checking, okay, all right, so this is working fine, this is working fine. That is a tester's job. All right, so now I'll show you some demo about like automation. Let's say first we'll go for manual. As a manual tester, you go to account, you go to register. All right. So what you'll do as a user, you have to think like, yeah. So what user will do? He'll write some name here. He'll use some name here as like this. He'll write some last name. He'll write some email. He'll write some phone number here. His phone number. He'll give some password and and again the password. So and if we click on the continue, so it will take you to the application or the main page. All right, so the home page, it will take you to the home page. All right, so you will be able to your login credential will be generated from here, from the registered page. So after that what you will do is you will go to login, and then if you log in, if you want to come again, visit again this application as a user want to visit again, so he don't have to register again, he just have to use his login credential and he'll using here and giving the password, so he will be able to log in. So this is the idea. So this is the flow, like the application should behave or work. So as a tester you have to test like this is behaving accordingly or not. So this is how you will be doing manually, right? So but for automation, how you can do that, that I'll show you some work here like I have done on this, like how automation you will see how it will work. So let's say I'll run this code. We are in register page, okay, so I'll run this code and you'll seeing like without doing manual things, without writing anything in field, you can just click on here and the automations the automation will work for you. So it's just calling the driver now. So it called the driver, then it will open the Firefox for you. Okay, it's opened the Firefox. Now it's gone to the URL. Now we are in register page. See, automatically it is writing everything in automation. He clicked on the policy, he continued. Okay, so the email address is already registered. So we'll do one thing, we'll change some email address here. Yeah, here I have one email address. Okay, now we'll automate again. We'll pass the different email now. Again, it's initialize the driver. Now it will open Firefox browser. Then it will open the URL. Now it will automatically filling the fields. See, now you're registered. Your account has been created successfully. Now you see the result. Your account has been created successfully. Right? All right. So now you are into your account. This is your account. Now you can go to here. You can add to cart. Now you go to cart. You see you have added a phone cart. Now you can check out. So that register page is automated successfully. So this is you will be automating in future. All right. So today's session we only going to we are finishing now. Like what we have learned is like what is software testing and what is software, and we also learned what is software development, like how it happens, software development life cycle. All right. So in there, like next you have a uh, let's say we have done testing. I have shown you like how manual and automation work. Now you'll now after that what you have is like testing. What you'll do, maintenance, or you can say user acceptance. So what is user acceptance? This is a final stage of software development lifecycle where the users as a user acceptance means the client is accepting your application. All right. So we gathered as a software company has gathered the requirement from the client that yeah, they want to sell the phones through through application. So they give the requirements, then they design that application, then after that they develop that application with the help of front end and back end, and after that testers has tested that application, and then you are releasing that product. You're releasing that application to clients say by saying like yeah, your application is done and it is working fine. So user will accept that and they will that is your last phase of that software development life cycle. So today we are finishing this session now. So tomorrow we will learn about software testing lifecycle and level of testing and what is bug and or defect or what are the errors. All right. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding uh, syllabus or anything, you can just turn on your mic and ask me.
Hello, Ankit. Lakshmi this side.
Yeah, Lakshmi, tell me.
Ankit, so presently I was working as a manual test engineer and I have a
Yeah.
career gap of 1.5 year from now. So,
Hmm.
I was completely into manual testing. So, after this course, can I take up this as the experience and apply for the companies?
Yeah.
Okay, like what will be the like I have around 3.6 years of experience.
Into
So, like,
manual testing, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, how many years of experience can I put up over this?
See, uh, after learning this automation, what you're doing is basically you're testing the application. Okay. So right now you're
Yes.
doing manual. After
Yeah.
learning this automation, you can just say, yeah, you have done manual, right?
Okay. Yes.
Why? Because like your idea will not change, only the process will change, right? So how your approach is now is manual. Later you will say like once you learn the
Okay.
automation, your approach will be like automation, right? But the idea is same, like you will be testing the application, right? Nothing
Yes.
else. Yeah. So you can just say like whatever you are doing now as a manual tester, and if you learn the automation, you will be saying the same thing, right? What you have done manually, you have done automation.
Got it.
Yeah.
And will you help me in making resumes and all?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I'll help you with everything with your interviews. Like after finishing this course, you will be able to crack any interviews. Like I take interviews and I see like there are,
Like mock interviews?
yeah, mock interviews. I'll take that one also. So that's
Okay.
why I've created I have given the sessions, right? Like two,
Yeah,
three
got it.
sessions will be on interviews. Yeah,
Yes, I had seen that. And will
yeah.
you help out with the referrals or any postings, job postings and all?
That we can discuss later about it. Like,
Got it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
what will be the course duration, like approximate?
The course duration, see, it's not I will not take more than 40 sessions. So in 40 sessions you will be good to go. You can crack
Okay,
any
got
interview,
it.
like 3+ years of experience. If you say your knowledge will be like 3+ years of experience, like that.
Got it. And because of this career gap, I think maybe because of the freezing, I'm not getting any calls because of this career gap. I don't know what's the reason. So,
So the reason could be anything, like, you know, we cannot say this is you're not getting calls because of any specific reason. But yeah, most companies are looking for the automation. They prefer automation
yes,
over manual testers, right? So
yes,
manual testing uh, is getting like a very old school pattern. Now what is happening is like we following the agile methodology, right? So in
got it.
agile, everything has been fast paced. Okay, so development is getting fast, right? So in that
Yes,
fast paced environment, you have to adopt, right? You have to adopt that environment and you have to work fast. So for that reason, if you do something manually, it's very self-explanatory, obvious, right? You do something
yes, yes,
manually, that will take time, and if you do automation, that will save your time, right?
yes, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no bother. Anything, anyone else wants to discuss anything, any questions?
Yeah, I want to know about the depth of Python syllabus. Like after completing this course, what would be the competency level in Python, especially?
See, like Python, what you'll learn is like you'll learn basics. So for any programming language, you need to know first basics. So that we will be covering. So in next, like after 2, 3 session, I'll be discussing about what you will learn in Python. So in that basics, you will learn list, tuples, like that, strings. So this basics Pythons you will learn. After that, you will learn OOPS concept. So in that OOPS concept is like an advanced level of Python. So there you can easily uh, automate. So you can use your Selenium, or you want to make a framework or something like that. So for that reason, you can create. That will
Uh,
be helpful
al-
for you.
Also, will you cover PyTest also?
Yeah, PyTest it's a framework. That's what I said. So when we working on framework, we'll use PyTest as a framework. So we'll be doing hybrid framework. So in that hybrid framework, you'll learn unit test, PyTest, all other dependencies like Allure report, Allure HTML report, so on so on. There are so many dependencies. You'll learn that one. Don't worry about it. Hello.
Yeah, 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 got it.
Yeah.
Hello,
Any
Ankit.
other questions? Yeah,
Yes.
I
I'm
can't
able
hear
to
you.
share it. Uh, Hello.
Sorry, sorry, I can't hear you. Your voice is very low. Hello, any other questions? Hello, any other questions? So, shall I drop this meeting now?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ankit, I want to know that what will the duration of the course?
duration of the course is like 40, 40 hours. Consider like we'll be having some 40 sessions, around 40 sessions.
In what tenure will it be covered?
I don't understand. Your voice is too low.
What time period will it need to get it covered?
So 40 hours, let's say like 40 days, 40 hours, 1 hour each day.
Okay. One more question is there. I was
Yeah,
working as a front-end developer for the
you're working
past
as a
two
front-end
years.
developer.
Yeah, for
All right.
past 2 years. And I also did manual testing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it will be a good choice to move from front-end development to testing.
Is it a good choice to move from front-end to testing? See,
Yes.
how it is all up to you how comfortable you are with front-end development, or you want you like coding or you don't like coding. You have to decide that yourself. Like if you like coding, if you like HTML, and if you like monotonous job, every day you are developing the same code, you are making responsive applications, responsive websites, you're writing JavaScript, HTML, CSS, doing. So
Mm.
if you like that, if you enjoy that, be stick on that, stick on that. If you don't like, you want more into, if you want more into the like business logic, you want to understand the business, how business operates, how application works, how application should be there, like that. If you want, you can be a tester.
Okay. So another thing I want to know that is what is the rate of growth of testing over other profiles?
Rate,
How much growth one can get in testing?
you're asking course cost, right?
No,
Yeah, then
I'm asking about the career
I
growth and
I can't
packages.
hear you. my my volume is full in, but I can't
Just
hear
a
you.
minute, just a minute.
Hello,
Yeah,
can you get me
yeah, I
now?
can. Yeah, now
Okay.
it's clear. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was asking that
Hmm.
according to career and packages,
Hmm.
comparing to other profiles, how much growth one can get in testing?
So see, it depends on your skills. Like if you are only a functional tester, so that will not take you so much. Like that will not make you good money. But if you learn functional with automation, all right, so that can help you boost your uh, career. I would say that.
Okay. And what is the rate of job openings in testing?
See, behind every developer, behind two developers there is one tester. This is the ratio. So you can
Okay.
find out like how the developers openings are out there. So you can find out the ratio. Like if there is a developer, there will be a tester.
Okay.
Because I am very much new for the field of testing. I was means planning to switch into testing, so that's why I'm
Uh-huh.
having a number of queries. So I
Uh-huh.
want to know what is an average salary in tier two cities for the tester.
Tier 2 cities. They make like around 8 to 10 if you have a good experience, like 3 to 5 years of experience. They make like around 8 to 10.
Uh,
I've
if we
seen like
talk about, yeah, please.
I've seen like the guys who placed in Indore, they're making that much. So Indore comes under tier 2 city, right? So
Right.
it's good enough for that city.
Mm. So if I started work as a tester, so the profile I was working with, so I will be counted as an fresher or an experienced.
You will be counted as an experience because you are into development. You already been a development part, right? So you
Yeah.
have done a front end, right? So now they will be now front end if you know. So in automation you need to know some basics of front end. So because in automation I'll be calling some locators, so you already know about the locators, right? So for that you it
Mm.
will be easy for you to understand how to find the locators and how to call them to your automation script, right? So that will be much easier for you.
Okay. And next, coming to the cost of course.
That you have to discuss with the team, Isha team.
Okay,
Yeah, you can
fine.
reach out to them. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
thanks. Any other questions? Hello. Shall I drop this call then?